Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to RanDOTA. As always, I am D, your host for the show The Meta Doesn't Matter. Just jumped in. This is from the JoinDOTA League number 14. This is the first of a best-of-3 series between Buriram, Seth Gaming, I'm not sure I'm saying that first part right, and Poseidon.Esports. I have no idea about either of these teams. But that's half the fun, isn't it? So far for Buriram Seth, we've got their full team with an Ogre Magi, a Morphling, Undying, Pangolier, and Drow Ranger. So they've got a lot of great destructive potential. And suddenly I'm ready for Poseidon.Esports because, I mean, we have the Bane, who's one of my favorites already. We have a Weaver, Earthshaker, Ursa, and then the Meepo. Come on. Hard to cheer against a Meepo. Well, actually, I guess it's not if you really hate the little guy, but Meepo's just funny to me. Although it looks like Seth Gaming might have a stand-in from another team. Granted, it also looks like Poseidon might have at least one, even two, perhaps. We'll see. Now, the big challenge here for Poseidon, looking at this, I think is going to be surviving the early game. Because BRSG have a ton of early burst, especially with the Ogre and the Morphling. The Pangolier has a little bit better sustain to him, but he's still got some decent burst. Undying, if you go for a heavy Soul Rip build, Drow Ranger's just Drow Ranger, so if she hits 6 fast enough, people are going to start dying. That said, they've got some decent fight on Poseidon's side with the Ursa and the Earthshaker, because you got a lot of stuns. Ursa's got infinite stacking damage. You have one of the best single target disablers with or single target attackers with the Bane. Weaver is just harder than hell to kill. Meepo is going to be their weak link in terms of just hero abilities and survivability at the start. Also, you might notice the frame rate counter in the bottom left. That's because I had to do this on, I'm doing this on display capture because XSplit didn't want to work with me today.
Prepare for battle.
Really? Okay, so they went with, it's Seth Gaming, but it's named for an old Egyptian god. That's kind of cool. Or, no, it's not Seth. Oh yeah, Buriram Seth. What am I saying? Alright, looks like the teams have actually already got their splits in place. Let's go ahead and introduce them. Start with the dire side, which is Poseidon. So we've got, but from Team NXL, we've got Zeke on the Earthshaker playing for Poseidon. We've got Josh the Slayer, that's Slayer, not Slayer, playing on the Ursa. They are up in the top lane, they are up against Seri on the Pangolier. And from Team Oriental, Mr. H on the Ogre Magi. They're positioning themselves trying to get that first spawn bounty rune. Mid lane for Poseidon, we have Zero on the Meepo, who is frankly going to be entertaining, I believe. He is up against, ooh, this is going to be a tough one for him, because he's got Anastasia on the Morphling. The Morphling against the Meepo is going to be a tough fight for the Meepo, because one thing, Morphling's got range. Finally, on bottom lane for Poseidon, we have Ulquiorra. I don't know if he's from a team, but he's currently playing for Poseidon. He's up alongside Tet, playing on the Bane, who does not manage to get the stolen bounty rune from BRSG's Lionax on the Undying. And the last player we've got is BB playing for BRSG on the Drow Ranger. Good block from Zero here, but a better one from, it's a little bit of a better one from Anastasia. Now, like I said, the problem here for Meepo is he's going to have to deal with the fact that he's up against the Morphling. Morphling has range. Morphling has his attributes shift, so he's just going to be able to shift everything into agility or strength whenever he needs it and cause some serious damage. He's actually already level 2. Meepo is just now halfway to 2. So this is going to be a tough mid lane fight. Alright, we got the battle of the tanks if you're on the top lane. Ursa Earthshaker have got the stun and the damage potential, but the Ogre and Pangolier have the better burst. And I think ultimately they've got more tankiness in them. Oh, there's the Fire Blast onto the Ursa. It's not gonna be enough to kill it, it's just gonna be enough to run him up. There's the Fissure from Zeke. Checking on bottom lane. Oh, that's the burst I was talking about with the Soul Rip.
First blood, and a point well taken.
Because Soul Rip and Decay do a ton of damage, especially early on. The Drow and Lion Axe decides to deny himself to the neutrals rather than walk back home. Makes sense. And since that actually went to Drow, she's going to be going a lot faster. Tet is here. He does have Enfeeble, so it's only level 1, but still 30 damage off the Drow, which is over half of her damage right now.
Invisibility!
Okay, so invisibility only affects the one Meepo that grabs it. That's interesting. I was not aware of that. Meepo seems to have gotten his feet under him. He's actually not terribly far behind the Morphling. He's only about five hits behind. The double poof. He did also take he already did take a point in Geostrike as well, so. Our Earthshaker is way behind enemy lines here. Okay, he's going for. He was getting something off the couriers. I think he got the. I think he was getting the Windlace or the. I'm not sure. Not a huge item, but stops the creep cutting. But he may have to pay with this one for his life. He does get this fissure spin off. Anastasia gets taken out by Zero, but blood all over the field here. We're gonna stick up here for now because we've got Josh. We do watch them take down both the Earthshaker and the Ursa up here. Meanwhile, Tet falling on the bottom, and suddenly it's 5-1. Make that 5-2. As Ulquiorra gets a kill onto BB. Can he also get Lion Axe here? That's Soul Rip not going to be enough.
So vulnerable.
That's a different Weaver voice, at least it sounds like it. But the fact that Zero got a solo kill here on Anastasia in the mid lane, that means that either we got an unlucky fight for the Morphling, or the Meepo really knows his stuff. Yep. This one right here, the quick cast, that is actually how it seems like a lot of pros have like superhuman reactions. They have quick cast skills, or they use quick cast skills because they've practiced enough to know what to do with them. There's an adaptive strike. Oof. They took down the Ursa again, and it was the Pangolier this time. Who does have to use a second Clarity Potion. Yeah, you're also going to see Steam updates from me because of the fact that I'm doing this on display capture rather than just game capture. Also, if you ever hear me say that I'm doing display capture, it means I'm using OBS. On the plus side, I think that means my frame rate's going to be okay. Swarm comes out onto BB while Tet keeps Lion Axe distracted. There's another kill onto the Drow for the Weaver. Ulquiorra proven that Weaver doesn't have to hit 6 to be dangerous. There's the Earthbind, a poof. Another adaptive strike. He doesn't have another Earthbind.
Dire are scanning.
So Anastasia's gonna survive for now.
Yes.
Ooh, Zeke getting a good steal of that bounty rune. Okay, let's check the net worth chart. Currently, yeah, a little over 500 in favor of BRSG. XP chart, about the same. Oof. This might end badly for Okiora. Lionax. That said, though, they did lose the Ursa again. He's having a tough time up here. He's 0-3. He needs to get his morbid mass going. Meanwhile, on the bottom lane, Lionax going down to a dual kill. And a wandering Zeke shows up to help secure the kill on the BB.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
We do have some pressure on the top tier 1 already. So. Problem is, Josh the Slayer is not in a great position to do anything right now, because this Pangolier is at 4-0.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And has a level advantage. Meepo's actually doing one thing that Meepo's really good at.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Although he's not. Uh-oh. And Zero finds himself a second kill by killing off the Ogre Magi. He's helped by his buddy. That would be why that's why this Meepo's doing so much damage. He's got 4 Wraith Bands. So this is not a super balanced Meepo build, but 4 Wraith Bands and a quad proof. Oh, this might be the end of one Meepo, which is going to be the end of them all. We have 4 into an attack.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Well, the Drow dies again.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Okiora resetting the aggro. The bottom tier 1's taking a ton of damage. There's the Rolling Thunder. And a time lapse from Okiora gets him most of his health back, but it's not. Is it going to be enough? No, it doesn't look like Shikuchi. Oh, with the Shikuchi, it is going to be enough. That's a good thing. If they'd lost the Weaver there, it would have been bad. Mostly because Lionax would have gotten quite a bit of experience out of that. Ooh, there's a good decay. He steals 12 strength. Or he has stolen 12 strength total from the Weaver. Oh, they found the Morphling. He's nightmared, stunned, multi-stunned, chain stunned, and dead. Eventually. No, he's just strength. He's strength morphing. They're not going to be able to get this. They're probably going to lose the Bane. You'd have to strike, knocks him back up onto the high ground, but in comes the Meepo with the Earthbind. Airs the hoofs. Okiora actually gets to kill one of the Morphling. They do lose the Bane. Say Lionax did go super mode, but it doesn't matter. They do get Mr. H and Lionax there, so it ends up being a 3-for-1 in favor of Poseidon. And Meepo is doing his damnedest to get leveled up fast.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
He's also now leading on last hit chart. Let's check net worth. He's leading on net worth, which makes sense. There's 3 of him. A well-played Meepo should eventually outlevel everybody. Josh is in trouble here. He's not gonna get this kill. That's the problem with Ursa. He might get a kill on Mr. H if he's careful, but ooh, the fire blast is gonna mean he's not gonna do this.
There are some things you weren't meant to see.
Like I said, with the
Such as
crowd control from the
Radiant's
ogre
bottom tower is
and the
under
drow,
attack.
there wasn't any way the Ursa was getting that
Radiant's
kill.
bottom tower has fallen.
Ursa needs a blink dagger for gap close, really. Or a force staff or something.
The shuttle flies. Got in Himmel.
Meanwhile, Zero getting BB. Meepo's already up to 12, which is the highest level in the game by 2. Mr. H and Lion Axe, they know the Meepo's. They know somebody's here. Are they sure it's the Meepo? Well, they are now, probably. Let's check the vision. Yeah, BRSG only has 1 ward deep in the enemy jungle. They just now, it's right near the Dire Shrine. No, Poseidon Shrine. Poseidon have actually about the same amount. Ooh, there's the Flesh Golem, and they just found Zero.
Radiant's middle tower.
A double damage rune. Oh, he didn't even use the double damage. It was just a good kill. And it went to the Undying. So he's back to full health.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Mid tier 1 is
Radiant's
under
bottom
siege.
tower is under
Are we gonna
attack.
see us? Yep, this is gonna be the second tier 1.
Dire's middle
Against
tower
one team,
has
because
fallen.
that is the 3rd tower to fall so far in this game. Ulquiorra here, possibly sitting up against Sari, but probably not.
Dire are scanning.
What is the Meepo building, I wonder? He's getting an E-Blade. He's getting an Ethereal Blade. He's going for the shotgun Meepo, along with the sheep stick. Weaver picking up his XP gain talent to try and catch up a little better. Rolling Thunder's not going to get you out of this one.
He is the chosen one.
That was a good kill on the Pangolier. Oh, are they gonna get that Ursa again? Ursa's only up to level 9.
Radiant's bottom tower
He
is under
he
attack.
jukes them into the tree line. Can he do anything to survive this? Nope, the ogre's gonna find him. There's the gust as well from the drow. He tries. Oh, he does actually get a kill on the ogre this time. So Mr. H falls in exchange for the Ursa. That's a pretty high. That's taking a pretty high price. Or that's a good exchange. That is a good exchange for BRSG, is what I'm saying.
Fortified. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So are we gonna end up with a game of 4 Meepos or 5? Another Rolling Thunder onto the Meepos. Uh-oh, this is not gonna be one where Meepo survives. Lion X executes that one, but Anastasia falling to the Earthshaker. It was just an Echo... Oh, it was an Echo Slam. Enchant Totem. Let's see, if they want this Ursa to do anything, they gotta get him some farm.
Mine!
Selfish. Yes.
Precious bounty.
Gold and sweet.
Ooh, the stun. There goes Drow's extra agility, so she doesn't have the super armor anymore. And there she goes, as Tet comes in and brain saps her to death. They've also got Lion X nightmared up. Can they continue this fight? They're not going to. They smoke Shikuchi forward for Okiora. They found Lion Axe. Does quite a bit of damage. We do have a Morphling, a fake Weaver from the Morphling. In comes Zero, but the Whirling Thunder is going to keep him in place. And that Fissure is just not doing great for him. As Sari gets the kill there. They did have a Fiend's Grip going, but it's not good. It didn't stop anybody. Okiora gets a godlike as he takes down Lion Axe, but the problem is Anastasia took down Ted on the back line. It's 2 for 1 so far, meaning that Poseidon are at a numbers disadvantage. And there's an Echo Slam on 2. They're gonna they get the draw. Can they also score the Morphling here? If they can, that would be great. That's because the Morphling is a huge amount of the damage for BRSG. Okiora's hunting for him. He found him. Can he get this kill? Can he solo this? He's basically soloing it's basically 3-on-1 fight here. He doesn't have time lapse for another few seconds, and it's not going to be long enough. The Bane is coming back in. Can he catch up and get Anastasia? Nope.
Roshan has fallen to the battle.
First bear burns invisibility.
So we do now have Ursa doing what Ursa does, taking on Roshan solo. Probably didn't need to use the shrine, but whatever.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
That'll actually help out the team's net worth quite a
Dire are
bit,
Scanning.
which is good because there's only 2 people on Poseidon that are in the top 5 in net worth at the moment. And those are their farmers. Oh wow, if you take the 5-second poof cooldown at 25, your poof is a 1-second cooldown, which is faster than the cast time.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
John is currently trying to fight between the zombies. He just said, you know what, I'm gonna take out this. Oh, he tries to take out the grave. He does actually manage it, but it takes him a little longer than he should. There's the Vegas popped.
That's a twofer.
Problem is, Zeke and Tet are down as well thanks to Anastasia. He just Josh just instantly blinks out. I don't know why I've been calling him John. Oh, the fire blast. He's not gonna get out of this. Triple kill for Anastasia. So that was not a great use of the Aegis. The only ones left alive are the Meepo and the Weaver. Which means BRSG is going to have free reign, basically, for a few seconds.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Golden blade.
My waters rise.
Oh, they found Zero, and this is not a fight Amiipo's gonna win. Without Meepo, that means the global presence for Poseidon is basically gone for now. Another bloodlust onto BB.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Relentless.
There goes the tier 2. Are they gonna high ground this?
Dire's top
I
tower
mean,
has fallen.
Poseidon still have the Earthshaker up. They still have the Ursa as well. And while Josh has not been super strong in this game at 1-6, Ursa's damage potential is still pretty good. Especially for a high ground defense. Manta style up for the Bugman. Sari almost catching Weaver. Okiura using Shikuchi a lot to try and see stuff, but he's going to be visible now.
Dire are scanning.
He did actually get that creep stack there, so. Oop, they found Zero again, and one Meepo. Oh, in comes the Rolling Thunder. That's the end of the Meepos for now. Oh, and Ursa gets knocked onto the high ground with the gravestone though, so. Bean's grip onto Anastasia, but they do get the Ursa eventually. Zeke is gone though, so all of their AoE is basically null. The Bane is still up, as is Ulquiorra. Can he get this kill on Sari? Yeah, he can. Triple kill for Sari. That's 4 down. Sari has been destroying. Has just been destroying BRSG. Can they find Anastasia and complete the team wipe? That was a disaster of a fight. Kind of for both sides, but mostly for BRSG, because they've got the strength right now. Really, they're still kind of at the height of their power. Until Meepo hit. Actually, now Meepo's almost to full strength. If he gets a scepter, which one of these is the real one? None of those three. So the real Meepo is over here. He does have his E-blade, which for him, let's see. So ethereal form and physical damage, unable to attack. Double your primary attribute plus 75. What the? Oh, up here they found a Meepo and just destroyed him again. So Meepo's current agility is 130. That's 260. 335 is how much damage he does. And they got a fake Meepo in the form of Anastasia here.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's middle tower has
The tier 2 for a tier 2.
Dire's middle tower is
Oh,
under
but
attack.
the RSG look like they're finally ready. They're gonna high ground
Dire's
this.
structures are falling.
Without the enemy Meepo, there's still quite a lot of damage and threat here. Also, that Sentry Horde, pretty obvious, but then again, The tower is going down, so it doesn't matter.
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Blink dagger forward from Josh, but that's just going to put him directly in line of fire for everybody on BRSG. Rolling Thunder gets him. Oh, but the Fiend's Grip on the Rolling Thunder, which looks really funny. Doesn't matter, as Anastasia comes in, just destroys both Josh and Tet with a waveform. Okior trying to do something here, but they have a stolen Earthshaker. That is actually 0, and that's the real one. He's not making it out of this. Anastasia on a monster streak. They're gonna try and turn this into 2 lanes, maybe. Meanwhile, in comes Zeke with an Echo on at least 3, but it's not gonna save him. It's also not gonna save his team. Meepo dead, Earthshaker dead,
Dire's top tower has fallen.
and nobody on Poseidon has buyback right now. So this is kind of the last hurrah. There's an adaptive strike to kill the Ursa. Waveform into an adaptive strike. The only one left alive is the Weaver, who is currently over here. And the Tombstone on death, so even if Lionex falls, he still contributes to the fight. This is the end of it. This is...
Dire's top barracks has fallen.
2 lanes of racks down for Poseidon. And they haven't even managed to... They have not even made it to the high ground on the bottom lane, which is the only one where they've done... where they've gotten rid of a tier 2.
I'll take that.
Look what I dug up!
Four-man smoke.
Dire are scanning.
Oh, Reagan are in on Roshan. Lionex. Meanwhile, Anastasia does die really quickly to Josh, who manages to take down the Undying as well before Sari gets him. All the Meepos just go straight onto the Tombstone. Well, one of them. There goes the other one. So this was a badly chosen Roshan fight for BRSG. They lose their Morphling and their Undying. Take down the Ursa and the Bane. Ooh. The Radiant Courier dies, and it had the final piece for a Lincoln's on it. BB and Mr. H are both in serious trouble here. Mr. H is down. Oh, mega kill for Okiora. This might have been the turn, and there's a team wipe. As Okiora gets a triple kill, as he also took down BB there, so we now have an... Do we have an Immortal Meepo? Yeah, we do. But what are they going to do with this? They're scattering. They could have... Yeah, I was going to say, if they'd all pushed up mid, they could have easily taken this tier 2 in time. But the Morphling's back, the Undying is already back.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified.
Okiora manages to stop the denial. Now Meepo is 21. So he's got 4 seconds on Earthbind cooldown. 4 seconds for Earthbind to cooldown. Is he going to take the poof cooldown or the extra health? He might need the extra health, honestly, because he needs just a little bit more survivability right now. The Aegis will do a little bit, but that's only a one-shot deal.
Yes.
Radiant are scanning.
Radiant scan. Near their one rating tier 1. Don't find anybody. Oh, Ted, you and Zeke are in trouble here. Multicast comes out on a couple of things. Bane not going to make it either as the adaptive strike. And Lion Axe get him on the final second. This tier 1 is the only thing holding back the Mega. It's one of the only things holding back the Megas. Oh, Lion Axe and Seri find themselves in trouble. Lion Axe goes down. But there is the Tombstone, Rolling Thunder, Tombstone, and the Fire Blast. The cheese was on the Ursa, but he ate it and died, so it doesn't matter. Anesthesia does fall to Ulquiorra. Sheepstick gets the Ogre, so they're going to try and disable this support. There's the E-Blast.
Fancy geomancy.
The Drow does escape. This is a slugfest. Yep. Lincoln Sphere for the Morphling. Are they gonna try to high ground this right now? They can't. Yeah, there's not a Morphling, but there's also still, you know, a Drow. There's an Undying right there with the Tombstone, the double Tombstone even. The Pangolier just destroys most of their waves, so they've got to back off. Shadowblade for the Earthshaker. Enchant Shadowblade is a dangerous combo.
I will rip you apart.
Is he building another Ethereal Blade? Why has he got another Ethereal E-Blade queued up? I mean, I guess you get 80 agility out of it, which in his case, 121, 220, or 242, 297 damage is what his E-Blade now does. Oh, they come up here just as BB takes down Josh, so the Ursa just gets deleted. Meanwhile, the Rolling Thunder is over. Ulquiorra finds the Pangolier. Oh, more importantly to him, he finds the Drow. Zero is in trouble here. Fiend's Grip helps lock down the Drow. And he gets on the Meepo. All of them come back in one spot, of course. Ulquiorra with a double kill for the Godlike. Lion Axe. They find him. So the front line of BRSG is basically starting to melt in the face of all this.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Now they're gonna try. Now it looks like they might try and join up and do stuff. Meanwhile, 3 of the Meepos head back to defend the tier 4s. The question
Radiant's bottom tower
is, does Poseidon, once they take this tower out, do they go for the... Or once they take out the tower and the racks, do they go for more racks? Or do they try and just throw it? Oh, doesn't matter though, the Rolling Thunder is keeping them in place.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Flash Golem and the Grave are out.
Tower has fallen.
That tier 4 is gone. As is the Ursa. And the Bane. Oddly enough, those were the only 2 deaths in that entire fight. Like I said though, Poseidon did lose themselves one of the tier 4s.
A golden thread.
precious bounty. Amazing what you found lying around.
Sari is actually getting most of the runes right now.
Haste!
Radiant are scanning.
Oh, BRSG, they find 0. So Sari's just gonna go in on it. Poof gets him out of there. Bottom tower is gone. 2-man Echo Slam does help take down Mr. H, but they lose Ted on the back line. So no super disables. There goes the Drow. That means that a lot of the damage for BRSG is gone. They've also lost the Meepo though. Sari gets a double kill taking down Zeke,
Classic mistake.
who does buy back.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Fisher Stun stops Lionel from doing anything. But a reverse Fisher Stun from the Morphling pins Ulquiorra in for a minute. They save the tier 3, or tier 2. Enchant Totem Stun misses, but he's going back for a Scepter.
Radiant's bottom shrine is under attack.
Zeke is currently also trying to build a Manta style. Earthshaker had to DC. I guess it's an issue with connection. Good advice. It's 42 to 37. We're 37 minutes in. Unfortunately, I've had 2 pauses as well, so
Pure skill.
yeah, I'm wondering how long this pause is going to go on.
What are we laughing about?
Looks like we're about to go.
What are we laughing about? What are we laughing about? What are we laughing about? What are we laughing about?
There we go. Oh, that's a dangerous thing right there. Double damage morphling. Especially one at this rate, at this
Radiant's
level.
bottom shrine has fallen.
Anastasia going in to help out Mr. Agent on the first round, but it's just melting. Problem is, Poseidon are gonna know that now.
Brutality.
Now there are super melees on the bottom lane for the for
Radiant's
Poseidon, but
bottom barracks
problem is
are under attack.
they're down to a tier 4 that has 287 out of 1600 health. Not a good ratio to have. Still finishing his second E-Blade. He's also got a Shadow Blade and a Silver Edge queued up for the Meepo. I think he's also trying to save up for buyback. Ooh, the Flesh Golem comes out. Zeke is having to run a little bit. Forward comes Anastasia. Mr. H is just gone. Ted as well. So the single targets are gone, as is the Meepo. That's bad news. Josh is gone as well for triple kill for Anastasia. That basically, yeah, I was gonna say that's basically gonna secure this for BRSG. The only one left is the Weaver, and Weaver can't do that. Weaver's not a great high ground defender.
Radiant victory.
So Buriram Seth Gaming win this one, folks. If you enjoyed, please like or favorite the video. You can also leave a comment down below if you have anything you'd like to say. If you want to keep up with me and never see my current series, and consider joining the squadron by subscribing to the channel. That does help me out, and I really do appreciate it. Yeah, so that, folks, I have been D. This was a brutal back and forth, but 46 to 38 and 39 minutes was a fun one. And BRSG walks away with this one. Until next week, folks, good night and good gaming.